Hi, and welcome to another video by Get It Done Home Repairs and my helper. My other helper is out there sleeping. She's a little bit tired today, so we're just going to have one helper with us. Today we're going to talk about painting an exterior or an interior door. We are going to be painting the door here, so we did take, now this is personal preference. If you want to take the lock off, you take it off. You just unscrew the screws and you take it off. If you want to cut around it and tape the lock assembly, you can do that as well. Me, I chose to take it off because it's going to be a neater job around it. There's only 2 screws and it comes right out. All right, so if the door itself has been a high gloss or a type of very, very shiny paint on it, you will need to take a steel wool and rough it up very little. You just take a piece of steel wool and you just scuff it up a little bit just to break the glaze on the paint. If you don't have steel wool, you can use a sandpaper. You want to use something like probably a 220 grit or finer, whatever you have. And again, it's just to scuff it up. It doesn't have to be a lot of paint. You just have to scrape it up a little bit. After you scuff it, you're going to take a wet washcloth and you're going to wipe off all of the dust that's on here. Once you wipe off all the dust, you'll let the door thoroughly dry. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come along with your a paintbrush. And the brush you're actually going to use to do the insert of the door right in here. You're going to do the insert around here with the brush. If you're leaving the hinges on, you're going to actually use your brush to cut around the hinges on here as well. And then after you've cut in all around here, then we're actually going to take our roller and we're going to put obviously with the paint on it, and we are going to roll the surface, all of the flat surfaces, we're going to roll it with a roller. All right, so that's it. So let me just get the roller and the paintbrush, and we're going to get started, and I'll show you it actually being done. Okay, so now after you've cut all of the inlaid areas in with the paintbrush, you can roll it now with your roller. But I do want to point this out to you. If you don't have a roller, it's okay to paint the whole door with a brush. It's personal preference. You can do the whole thing. But I am going to use a roller because it goes a little bit quicker. Now, as far as the roller, there's different kinds you can use when you're painting a door. This one is, I think it's like a 4.5 inch roller. This is actually perfect for the very small area that you're going to be doing. As you know, with a regular wall, you have a very large roller, it makes it very difficult. So there is different sizes. You want to use something that's a very, very fine nap on it, or in this particular case, this one is actually a foam roller, so it doesn't leave any kind of marks in there. It gives it a fairly smooth texture to it, but that's personal preference. Now this door here is a wood grain type door. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there's wood grain in the door. You can see the grain is going this way, but on this portion of the door here, the grain goes from left to right. It doesn't go up and down. So you're going to notice I actually do this way, because that's the grain of the wood itself. What I always do is overlap just a little bit with the roller. It takes out any kind of brush marks that you may have in it. Okay, so now after we painted the whole door itself, then we're going to come in here and we're going to use the roller to just roll the edges right here. And after let me show you real quick. We're going to roll it real quick just like this here. Just like that. And then you want to just run your roller down here, just so you don't have any paint lips showing on it. Just like that. All right, that's it. This is all set. As you can tell, I did put something down on the floor just so we didn't have a mess on the floor. But that's it. Once this dries, we are going to put a second coat on it just so we have a nice color on there and none of the previous color below it bleeds through. But that's it. It's all done. Now, if you can't cut around the hinges themselves with the brush very carefully, you can use tape on there to tape it up. But as you can see, I chose not to because I can cut a straight line. All right. Again, if you tape it around here, any kind of tape, and then when you finish, you peel it off and throw it away and you're good to go. All right, that's it. All right, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.